Well, welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Automotive Drama. Today I got a good one. I got an old Ferrari in here. This thing's actually got almost 39,000 miles on it. I can't believe this guy even drives this thing that much. But I've done a lot of work to this car over the years. I've had this whole car apart. Dashboard out, fixed the top. I made a custom exhaust for it. I'll get to that a little bit later. You name it. One thing I don't think I've done on this thing is the brakes. But today I want to show you how to change the oil. Now, when you open the hood, the bonnet, you're going to have two caps. Alright? This one's power steering fluid. Alright, so don't get confused. This one's oil, and this is where you fill the coolant. And yeah, it's fun bleeding the coolant system on this thing. This one over here is for the hydraulic suspension, which is over there. Wait, that might be for the tranny. I'm not sure. I forgot. No, that's for the tranny, yeah. So, that's how, because it shifts electronically. It's an F1 tranny, and it shifts electronically, and it's got a hydraulic electrical clutch. So, that's how that works. I'm pretty sure that one's for the tranny. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen this thing. I haven't seen this car in 5 or 6 years. It was like 7 or 8 years ago I did all the work to it. But it is a 360 Spider. He's been trying to keep this car up, but it sits outside all the time, and yeah, it just doesn't, he don't have a place to keep it. But that's the oil. This thing's supposed to have like 9 or 10 quarts of oil. Can't quite remember. And I asked him last time, he said he changed it. He said he can't remember. I think I changed the oil the last time I seen this car. But anyways, let me get underneath this thing, because this is where you fill the oil, not there. Don't put oil in there. Put oil in there. Now, let me get underneath this thing and show you where the... Now, normally, there's supposed to be a cover underneath this thing. You see it's kind of broken off over there. There's some pieces over here, some pieces over there. There's this big, huge air dam. This thing's hit the curb. He's backed into something or something, because there's scratches. I mean, I can't believe this thing still runs, to be honest with you. But anyways, yes, that's the tranny. And there is the engine. It is mid-engine. And there's the drain plug right there. So don't get confused and start pulling this drain plug out thinking that you're going to be pulling the fluid out of the engine, changing the engine oil, or you're going to be dropping the tranny fluid. Which, that's been changed before, actually, doesn't that? There it is. It's a big Allen. I think it's a, what is it? Ooh, too much light, too much light. I think it's a 14, 12, 14? That's a 12. Yeah, 12 millimeter Allen. And you bust that loose. This one's actually leaking some oil, and I looked up in there. I think one of the, either the camshaft seals or the crankshaft seals leaking a little bit of oil. It possibly could be the front of the oil pan, but I highly doubt it. Looks more like it's coming from behind the timing cover, which is fun to change the timing belt on this baby. They don't even sell the tools to the public. It also has a bad CV axle boot, which the axle for this thing probably costs about $3,000. And I'm not servicing an old axle. There's just no way I'm not putting a boot on that thing. What I got to go through to get this thing apart. I mean, look at how rusty the brakes are. Oh, I need to look at the brakes. I bet it's about due for brakes. You don't even want to know what the brakes cost for this thing. But I had to modify this manifold because it was all rotted out. And yeah, and the only piece I had to fit, which is a cone shaped like this one, was had an old manifold. So this one, that one was rotted out. The one next to me, this one was rotted out. So I had to replace this one with the one manifold that I could cut up that was the same material to, what do you call it, replace where the manifold was completely gone. This one, on the other hand, kind of looked like that. And then after I had the pipes made, when I went to go put it together, the whole thing pulled apart. So I had to weld it all back up, and trust me, I was welding like a ½ an inch. And I had the manifold on the bench, otherwise I would have never been able to weld it. I didn't take all the time to grind it down because he was complaining about the cost, because it was like $6,000 for $6,000 to $8,000 for Borla to do it, and there was very few companies that would do it, and it was like $3,000 per manifold or some kind of crazy numbers. So we decided for probably half of that I would just redo it all. Now that didn't come out as good as I wanted because it was cracked, and I had to take it apart anyways because there's a baffle inside here. It's like a pre-cat. And when I went to go line everything back up, like it was cracked right here, it was all the way cracked around there. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, but it just ended up cracking with a big huge gap. It all lined up, but as soon as I tightened it up, it went boom. And that was just a test run. I only set it up there with 2 bolts on it on the manifold because it's a real bitch to get that out of there to see how it was going to fit. I have no idea why it cracked all the way around. Like, just basically fell off. When I went to go try to put it back together, it just wasn't going to work. So I guess I'm getting too far in this video, but it was a lot of work to do that. Now, let me show you where the oil filter is. Under there. I don't even think you could see it. Does the camera get to it? Maybe. It's right in there. There's the oil filter right there. Yep, right there. You can actually, when I lower it down, I actually reached up there and I loosened it up. And when you're doing these, make sure you drain the oil out of the pan first and let it sit for like 20 minutes or so. So it kind of wants to drain the oil out of that filter. So when you crack that thing open, it don't leave an oily mess all over the top of the middle or in the back of the tranny. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in. To another episode of Automotive Drama. Like always, likes are nice, subscribes are better. You can use that thumb muscle and hit the like bell, subscribe, or the like button, subscribe button, and ring the bell. Anyways, have a good night, my friends. Thanks for watching.